Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, and thank you for your comments. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, well. What have we here? This is from CBS News, so we know it's credible. Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy Osefo and her husband have been arrested for alleged insurance fraud in Maryland. Oh my goodness. Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy Osefo and her husband are facing insurance fraud charges after reporting a fake burglary in Maryland, the Carroll County Sheriff's Office said Friday. Wendy, 40, and Edward Osefo, 41, were both released on bail Friday after being indicted on multiple charges related to the alleged fake burglary, officials said. According to Bravo TV, which airs The Real Housewives of the Potomac, Wendy Osefo is a professor, political analyst, and entrepreneur who was born in Nigeria and immigrated to Maryland. The network said the couple has been married for 14 years. So they lied about somebody breaking into their house. These people with these degrees, college degrees, lying about somebody breaking into their house and wasn't even smart enough to get away with it. The folks caught up with them. Oh my goodness. Troopers responded to the couple's home in the 1900 block of Turnberry Court in Finksburg on April 7th, 2024, for a burglary reported by Edward, officials said. So the husband called in the fake burglary, lying about somebody breaking into their house. My. According to officials, the couple lives at the address with their 3 school-age children. The reality show, Real Housewives of Potomac, is partly filmed at the residence. Well, I think it's safe to say that she has lost her job. We'll see. But 3 children. So what are we going to tell the children? That we lied about somebody breaking into our homes and we could get some insurance money. Now, she is supposedly a college professor. She gets paid to be on that reality show, and she gets paid when that show films at her house. So that's 3 streams of income for her, supposedly. And I don't know what the husband does, but if they've got to fake a burglary to get insurance money, it sounds like somebody is living beyond their means. The police said that the couple reported that their home was burglarized between April 2nd and April 7th while they were on vacation in Jamaica. They told law enforcement that designer handbags and jewelry worth more than $200,000 were stolen from an upstairs bedroom. Troopers worked with investigators in the major crime unit due to the dollar amount of the stolen items, according to Carroll County Sheriff James DeWeese. Law enforcement also said the home had an indoor and outdoor surveillance system that did not pick up any motion or indicate that anyone breached the location. Surveillance cameras from neighbors also did not show any suspicious activity, officials said. Despite the investigation, troopers did not find any signs of forced entry, footprints, or fingerprints at the home to suggest a burglary took place. All this smartness and you don't even know how to stage a real burglary. According to officials, the Osefos claim the burglar came through a second-story window in the master bedroom. However, there was no evidence to suggest a person attempted to get through. Officials said the upstairs bedroom was ransacked and a mattress was thrown from the bed to the floor, indicating that a burglary had occurred. Well, apparently they did that themselves. In the days after the reported burglary, officials said the Osefos contacted the sheriff's office several times to provide more information about missing items. They also reported the losses to their insurance companies. Well, of course they did. However, we insurance companies do not like to pay. So you better know what you're doing when you report something to them. However, weeks after the burglary, officials discovered that Wendy had posted on social media wearing a piece of jewelry that matched an item that she reported as stolen, a diamond anniversary band. Okay, Miss Smarty Pants, why would you wear jewelry on social media that you say somebody had stolen? So the police said we had become suspicious that this was a false claim. Investigators requested a warrant for the couple's email accounts where they found evidence to indicate the reported burglary was fraudulent. Oh my goodness. According to officials, one particular email from Edward to Wendy read in part, "Are there additional high value items we can add to this inventory list? I'm trying to get the total to exceed 423,000, which is our policy maximum." Okay, well, that's what gave them away. They came from Nigeria. They might be smart or they think they're smart, but it's hard to get past these crooks in the United States. Through the investigation, officials also discovered that some of the items reported stolen had been returned to their respective retailers within 90 days of being purchased in 2018. Receipts for those returned items were provided to law enforcement during the investigation. It became clear that the Osefos had fabricated the burglary and filed a false report in an attempt to defraud their insurance company, officials said. Okay, so these people are terrible criminals. They are just terrible criminals. This might have worked in Nigeria, but it didn't work in Maryland. Wendy and Edward were subsequently arrested on October 9th, and a search of their home revealed 15 items that officials believed were reported stolen during the initial crime report, including high-end jewelry and handbags. Some folks may view insurance fraud as an innocuous crime since it only affects insurance companies. That's certainly not true at all, said Carroll County State's Attorney Haven Shoemaker. Insurance fraud affects all of us in the form of increased premiums that we all bear. And that is also true. We all have to pay for people defrauding anything. You steal something from somebody else, they're going to jack up the price for the decent and honest people. So we always end up paying. The public always ends up paying. But what they're saying is that Wendy tries to keep up with the Joneses. She's trying to be a fashion girl, an it girl. She wants to be the girl that everybody's talking about on the Real Housewives of the Potomac. And they were saying she was a braggart, and as a Nigerian, that should not be surprising. But anyway, her husband is a lawyer, and apparently he has been disbarred, and they are charged with 7 felonies. So they are in some serious trouble. And really, I don't believe these are the real Nigerian scammers. I don't believe these are seasoned. I believe these are amateurs. Clearly they are. These are amateurs. These are basically, and I'm going to say this, and I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it. I believe these are basically decent people who just got caught up in the life and they want to impress everybody. And it's not that deep. You really, really should not put yourself at risk with children over something like material things, because that's what they're saying about them on social media. But anyway, these are Nigerians. I'm not gonna call them scammers. I'm not gonna call them scammers because that's not real scamming. They're just trying to scam the insurance company. Yeah, that's bad. But it's not the same as scamming these old white women, which is what the rest of them do, trying to scam, regular people, trying to get into their bank accounts and things like that. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, these are not the worst of the worst. It's bad enough and they're gonna have to end up paying for it, but they're not the worst. But anyway, what do y'all think about it? What do y'all think about it? Because I really hate to see them in this kind of trouble. They're a good looking couple and they have young children, so I do hate to see them in this kind of trouble. All right, y'all, let me know what you think and have a good evening.